What's up, YouTube? Christopher. I got a cool guitar to show you. It's not a new guitar by any stretch. This is a 2009 Ibanez S5470-RDO in mint condition. Got this guitar in a trade. This is a Prestige Team J-Craft Ibanez. So it's extremely high quality. And it's the reddest thing you'll ever see. I love this thing, man. Got this in a trade. I traded my Taylor. I love that guitar. To a really cool guy that I met up in Concord, New Hampshire. His name's James. So James, thanks for the trade, brother. Beautiful, beautiful guitar. So like I said, this is a Prestige Ibanez. So this is a, nearly top of the line. The only thing that's better is a J Custom. These retailed for about $1,600 brand new. Of course, I got my little hair tie up here. It's not hiding anything. It's just a truss rod cover under there. It's got your locking bolt there. It's got a 5-piece maple and walnut neck. Of course, it's a Prestige neck, so it's nice and thin. It's a Wizard neck. I don't know if you can see it, but I got this action crazy low. It's probably the best action I've ever got on a guitar. I mean, that Taylor had great action too, but this thing, holy crap. And it's extremely thin. So it's an S model, which stands for something. I always thought it was slim, but it's not. It's Sabre, S-A-B-R-E. So it's a Sabre model. Nice and thin. Here's the back. It's got the really cool ZP3 trim in the back, so you can adjust the tension with a wheel here. You don't have to take this off. You don't have to deal with screws with a screwdriver. It's got this bar in here, which I'll explain. I think I've showed it to you in other videos, but if you've not seen it yet, I'll explain what that does, and it's extremely useful for a guy like myself who doesn't use the whammy bar all that often. I don't use it for, Steve Vai type of dives and stuff. Amazing guitar. I got my little tool on here. This is a Floyd Rose magnetic tool. Just sticks right on the bottom of your tuning knob there. It stays pretty good. There was a Ibanez tool set on there that I took off because I don't like it. Don't like those. So I took it off. But absolutely gorgeous guitar. This tremolo is amazing. It is really a marvel in engineering, if you ask me. It's on a bearing system. So instead of being, pressed against two posts as a typical blade, this guy right here and this guy right here are circular ball bearings inside that hold it in place. Much, much smoother action. 5-way switch. And it's got your typical Ibanez switching. So you've got full humbucker in 1, 2 is half of this and this, 3 is this, 4 is half of this and this, and 5 is the full humbucker here. So it's just a really great guitar. It plays amazing. And let's see how it sounds. I love the sound of these pickups. The pickups that are in here are called hot grinders. So you got a hot grinder 1 in the neck and a hot grinder 2 in the bridge position. And then in the middle, we got a short tracer. And they're all Ibanez branded pickups, which normally I would swap out, but I think these sound pretty great, so I'm going to leave them in. Plus it leaves it in the original condition, which is fantastic. So just to talk a little bit, I'm sorry, I'm going to play in a minute, but if you've never seen these bridges, they got this little tool right here that screws out of the bridge. I'm not going to do it right now, but you take it out and it's a little screw. And in the back of the saddle here, underneath here, there's a hole where you screw that in. And it goes in and it stops. And when it stops, that allows you to loosen your intonation bolt without the thing sliding all over the place or sliding out of position. Most of the time, if you're in tune and you undo that intonation bolt, it's going to fly forward, and then you're screwed. You have to figure out where you were and then adjust from there. What that does is it keeps it perfectly stable, and then you just turn it either forward or backwards to the position that you need to intonate to. If you're sharp, you're going to pull your saddle back. If you're flat, you're going to push your saddle forward. And you can use that little thumb wheel, get it to where it's intonated, lock it back into position, you're all set. You don't have to detune your guitar at all. So it's really, really handy. It makes intonation a breeze. This is a push-in trem with a locking bolt. So you can pull this right out. It's got the little thing on the bottom where it just goes and clips into something underneath. And then you just tighten it to how you want it. You can have it super loose. You can have it super tight so it doesn't go anywhere. I like to have it a medium tightness. Beautiful, beautiful bridge. Ibanez really, really outdid themselves with this ZP2, or ZR2, sorry, zero return. So to talk about that bar that I showed you in the back, what this is really amazing for is double stops and keeping your guitar in tune. So what it does is there's a set of springs this way and a set of springs this way on that bar. So when your guitar is in its neutral position, it's actually against a little bar in there that prevents it from going. It's spring tensioned. That's what the little wheel does. It moves that bar back and forth, or the bridge back and forth, so that it's against that bar, stabilized against it. So it stabilizes your bridge. So what that does is, normally, if I was to hit this E string open and then bend a string like this, normally on a tremolo, it's going to dive when you pull the string. And what that does is this string goes out of tune. So bang, as you bend the string up. But with this system, I can hit the E, bend a string, and it doesn't detune the E. It's awesome for these kinds of things. Or these. So if you want to do those like pedal steel type of tones, you know. You can do that and your string stays in tune. So here we go. We got some tones going. Sorry for talking for so long. Here's the bridge pickup. Let me turn this up a bit so you can actually hear it. There we go. I've read some stuff online that people have said that these guitars have bad sustain above the 12th fret. Some people say that the neck pocket is sloppy on these. I totally disagree. This is a super tight neck pocket. There's no gaps next to this neck in between the body and the neck at all. There's no gap either side. Very, very stable. The thing that people forget is that this is a very, very slim guitar. So your pickups, the height of those pickups, they don't clear the pickup rings if you have them set up right. I mean, they do a little bit, a tiny, tiny bit. Maybe the bobbin will come over the top. But that middle pickup, very strong magnet in that thing. So if you have that too high, that's going to suck away some of the sustain of your strings because of the magnetic pull. So being a thin guitar, if you look, most guitars, there's some maple showing when it's mounted in the body, right? So you get the fretboard, then a little bit of maple, then the body. On this one, it's sunken in there so deep that you've got the strings a lot closer to the top of the body on this guitar than you would on a regular guitar, or like an RG or something. So you have to take that into consideration when you're looking at your pickup height. You got to make sure that the height of those pickups is not too close to the string, because that will kill your sustain on any guitar, not just these. But I love this thing. So stable. Here's a second position. You're not going to hear too much difference because of the gain I'm using, but you still get that little stratty tone there. Middle pickup. Fourth position. And finally the neck. Unbelievable. So it's got a very nice weighted mahogany body, maple and walnut, rosewood fretboard, super jumbo frets. It's got a 16.9 inch radius on the fretboard, so it's fairly flat all the way up and down. We're going to go to a little bit of a cleaner tone here just so you can hear it. Oh, let's see. We'll go to Shimmering Strat. What's this one sound like? Yeah. So this one's sort of clean. It's got some breakup. So you can hear the dynamic of this guitar on these pickups. The lighter you pick, the softer your tone gets, which is how it should be. But this one does it really exceptionally well. That's of course on the bridge. So if we go to the second position here, middle position on cleaner. Fourth position. Neck pickup. There you go, man. Stoked that I got this guitar in trade. It's so much more up my alley than that Taylor was. I mean, the Taylor was absolutely stunning, but I have a fear of beautiful guitars like that with that crazy top. I'm in a tight spot here, so like putting guitars down, you know, I tend to bump them and ding them, and the last thing I want to do is ding up a Taylor that looks as gorgeous as that did. So it scared me, and it stayed in the case almost the entire time I had it. So this is going to get far more utilized. Plus it's super stable. So I'll probably use this in my band jacuzzi shoes a lot. So beautiful guitar. If you guys get an opportunity to find one of these used, because you can get them fairly cheap. I've seen them go for, you know, $850 all the way up to $1,400 on these things, depending on the condition. But if you can get a cheap one that's, you know, in good condition, get it, because it's an amazing guitar. So there you have it, the Ibanez S5470-RDO. I love this thing. You'll probably see it in a lot of my amp videos that I'm going to be doing. I don't know if you see over my elbow there, I got a Pod Go, and over the top horn of the guitar right there, I have a quilter head that I'm going to do a demo of as well. So look for those in the next upcoming videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!